Hello, 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 Facebook family. How are you out there? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Season and Beyond, enjoying life to the brim. I pray that everyone is safe out there and enjoying their life. Um, Guys, I know my lips are probably like grease to the bone. Remind me of when I was coming up and my mother used to put all that Vaseline on me. But guys, I'm telling you, when this mask will really dry you up, it'll just dry you up. My lips and stuff around my face is just like all messed up and stuff. But again, all right. Welcome, guys. Share, share, share out here. Tonight I'm going to talk about health. Okay. And and the reason I want to talk about health is that when we were in for the pandemic, guys, everything just got thrown out of whack. Look like it's a little blurry out there. I'm trying to see if this blurry also on Facebook. I think it's looking all right, but on my YouTube, it's a little blurry out there. Yeah, guys, just let me know. It's not like that on what I'm looking at, but when I'm looking at YouTube, it looked like a little messed up. I don't know. I might need to change my computers. But guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, Season and Beyond, enjoying life to the brim. Guys, we're going to talk about health. I'm going to talk about body, spirit, soul, and balance. Because with all of these things that we're trying to get our bodies together with, we got to make sure that we're balanced in all that we do. Okay. Again, guys, y'all let me know if it's blurry, if it's like a little muggy like out there. I'm gonna have to do some regrouping with my with what it looked like out there. But again, it looked clear right here. But somebody let me know what it looks like out there with you guys. Okay. So first I want to talk about and I want to make sure that I don't cover up the speaker. Body. Okay. I found this quote from Mark Twain, of all people, and it says, the only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you rather not. And that's from Mark Twain. And I found myself when I tried to change the way that I eat and the way I handle my body, my heart, spirit, and my soul, stuff like that. That some of the things that I eat I don't like, right? During last year when I had my physical, some of my blood levels were off the chart, right? So I said I needed to begin to do something to bring my levels down, right? One of them being my kidney level, because a lot of you guys out there know that I only have one kidney because I donated one, and it was beginning to mess up, right? So now it seems like the level is just going up high, and I just need to do something to get it back to where it needs to be with one kidney. It's not going to be a perfect one, but it should be at a lower level than what it is. So what I did during the end part of last year, November, December, I started weaning myself from stuff, and I became a vegan January 1st, right? And now all I eat is like vegetables, plant-based stuff, but vegetables, and I love vegetables. So eating the vegetables wasn't hard to do. The hardest thing to do for me was to stop eating fish. I love fish. So I haven't had any fish for a while, and I haven't even craved it. So sometimes I think it's all in your mind it's your mindset on changing things and how you begin to do those things in your life. If you can set your mind to do something, it can do it. And I set my mind there because I want to be healthy, right? So, body. Within your body, right? There's a certain amount of, and everybody's body is different. Everybody can eat stuff. Everybody can do everybody do certain things, right? So that one person we're just not, we're not the same. Wait a minute. We are not, okay, wait a minute, guys. Okay, our bodies are not the same, so we all do totally different things when it comes to our body, right? Me, I love water. I could drink water all the time. It doesn't bother me at all. Some people just do not like water. But water is good for the body. Water is good nutrition. Clear your skin, beautifies your skin, make your skin pretty and soft, right? And smooth and get rid of a lot of marks on you and stuff. So it's good to drink water and eat the right foods, whatever they may be. Exercise. Now, sometimes certain foods, again, is not good for the body. It's just according on the individual. You know what's good for you and what's not good for you, right? Uh, so find what works for you and get your body to where it needs to be in a healthy state. What works for me and others may not be the same. Like I said, it don't always, everything just don't work for everybody on things. Vegan is not for everybody. Being a vegetarian is not for everyone. Sometimes it's just cutting down on your food, but I just need to get other stuff out. Like, for example, I don't eat dairy products anymore, and I love eggs also, right? So I don't eat the dairy products. I just eat vegetables and drink a lot of water and do my exercise, right? I think that I could get maybe get down like 30, 40 pounds and I think I'll be pretty good. But it behooves you to make sure that you take care of your body. And like I said earlier, during the pandemic, we just got all out of whack with taking care of our bodies. Some people didn't. Some people used that time to create things and did exercise and stuff. And I did exercise a lot during the pandemic, but I stayed in a lot also and ate stuff that I should not have been eating. So that's probably one reason why my levels went up high. So making sure that you eat the right thing. But again, what works for me may not work for you. I do the vegan thing, and I'm like I say, I love it. And I guess it might have a lot to do also with I'm country and vegetable. We had a vegetable garden, and I just learned to love vegetables, love them wholeheartedly, right? So there's a combination of things to do to begin to get your body in a good state, right? And it's your heart, mind, body, and soul. Okay, it's fine getting your body right, but if you don't have your mind right, it's still gonna have some health things going on with you if you don't get your mind in a good state, right? But I always think about that with my soul and my mind, getting myself together with that, right? And sometimes you got to have a spiritual discipline. And all people don't believe God. I understand that. We have some atheists out there. We have some people out there that just believe in a higher being, and that is fine. Even when you believe in a higher being, there's a place that you can go in to get some kind of relaxation, right? Relaxing the mind, relaxing the body is an awesome thing. I know when I was doing my residency for chaplaincy, I learned how to do these breathing exercises. Guys, when I tell you that breathing, when you learn how to breathe, right, to be able to relax your body, it can bring down a lot of levels in you, right? It could bring down your blood pressure. It could just make you feel so good. You just drift off, and I could just go to sleep at the drop of a dime. But when you get your breathing together and get in a good regimen of a good breathing meditation, it is really awesome for your heart, mind, body, and your soul, right? So when it comes down to your soul, I have this reading here. Dallas Willard wrote this, and it says, a spiritual discipline is any activity that is in our power and enables us to achieve by grace what we cannot achieve by direct effort, right? And that's in that breathing. And it's like, even if you like doing your meditation and being able to, I know I do this breathing exercise where I breathe in peace and I breathe out peace, right? Breathe in joy and just breathe out joy. Breathe in forgiveness and then breathe out forgiveness towards others, right? And that is just a great exercise. When you just do those, and it don't take long to do them, right? It just begin to soothe the heart, the mind, the body, and the soul. Okay? prayer makes a difference in your life also. And when I say prayer, a lot of people think that when you pray, you got to close your eyes and you got to meditate on, exactly what you're going to pray for, and and all that, and that it doesn't, you don't have to do that. I could just pray right here, and I just can say, God, thank you and forgive me, and God, just give me that peace of mind to be able to continue to walk in this life, and a walk of grace, and a walk of forgiveness, and a walk of compassion, and just beginning to pray those things, and then you begin to release things off of you, because guys, I'm telling you, being the work that I do, the things that I see in the hospital, I need to do these things to get some of those things off of me, that what I see while I'm in the hospital, and what I had, what I had to endure when I'm in there. And I don't bring it home with me, because if I brought it home with me, I would just be absolutely crazy. So I do not bring those things home with me, because it's really a lot of trauma and a lot of things going on, at the hospital, especially with this COVID and all this stuff going on, and a lot of deaths and things like that. So I have to breathe it in and breathe it out to be able to come home and do the things I need to do in my environment, and then just to release those things off of me, so I can have some peace here, right? And so, and then spirit, God, spirituality is the way you find meaning, hope, comfort, and inner peace in your life. Many people find spirituality through religion. Some people find it through music, art, or a connection with nature. Others find it in their values and principles, right? So within you begin to take care of your wholeness, a holistic part of yourself. It's a combination of things. You just can't only just do the health again, because if you do the health and then you have something that's just lingering on you, that's just tearing you apart, like some kind of traumatic event that's has happened in your life, you need to begin to speak those things. You need to begin to get those things off of you. And I was listening to a webinar today, and it was on traumatic trauma and the body, right? And one thing that was said in that I really think is really important when you have trauma in your life, and everybody experiences trauma in a different way. Somebody could experience some trauma in their childhood, and it's still carrying on, now in your life, right? And trauma on top of trauma, trauma on top of trauma, when you're not relieved from your the first trauma that you encounter, right? So trauma on top of trauma just leads to just total chaos, right? But when you begin to speak those things, that it begins to help you to get it relieved off of you. I was on when I went to Clubhouse. It was this one lady, young lady on there that you don't know her, so and I won't say her name. I don't even remember what her name is, but she was on there, and her main thing is that she had been traumatized as a young person sexually, right? She was sexually abused, and she just could not get herself relieved from that, right? Once she thought she was had moved on from it, but then something sparked that thought back into her head. It could have been a smell, it could have been something somebody said, it could have been just about anything, but it drew her back into that trauma, and she just cannot get off of it. It's just like she says, it's just part of my day now. I can't even close my eyes. I can't even go to the next thing that I need to do, within my life, and because I'm thinking about that trauma in my life. And again, guys, trauma is different with everyone. Some people can experience trauma and begin to speak that thing out of their life and talk about it, and begin to get it relief from them, right? Some people experience trauma, and it's just so traumatic to that individual, right? That it just haunt you, it just taunt you, it just stay on you continuously. And guys, I'm telling you, when you can't get things off of you, it begins to work on you, your mind and your health. It begins to just eat you up from the inside out. And also, it begins to dictate your attitude, the way you respond to individuals. And especially if you see somebody that maybe if you were sexually molested and you see someone that reminds you of that individual, and the very first thing you're going to do, if it's so deep still in you, that you're going to lash out on that person. And then sometimes it don't even have to be somebody that look like that individual. It could be a smell, and somebody could be around you and you just begin to lash out on that individual and they don't even know what's going on with you. So trauma can make you do so many different crazy things. Trauma can make you drink. A lot of times people are alcoholics because they're trying to numb and drink away that traumatic event that happened in their life. Some people take drugs because they're trying to get rid of that thing. If they could just get rid of it for just a few moments in their life is good for them. Then what they do, they keep chasing after that thing that helped them to numb themselves from that event, and then it becomes an addiction in their life. Some people become promiscuous with their bodies, and they keep doing that and just keep doing it, keep abusing their body, trying to get rid of that traumatic thing that happened in their life, not knowing or not even thinking that it's just land, it's just overland, it's just land on top, it's just building from the trauma that you experienced the first time. And one thing with and this is in with the spirit, trying to get our spirit right. And one thing with experiencing trauma and wanting to talk to someone about it, right? You got to be careful about who you talk to, because everybody is not in your favor, right? Everybody is not for helping you with your healing. I used to always say this when people, guys, I'm sorry, I had to move that. I always say when individuals used to tell a testimony, right? And I would always think, your testimony is just not for everybody, right? Some people take your testimony and use it against you, that you think that you have been delivered from something. And what they do, they come to you in your life. It's like a thief in the night, right? They come into your life and they use your testimony to bring you back to where you were before, right? Because they know that this is the thing that you like. Like for an example, smoking, right? If you were a smoker and you stopped smoking, right? And you gave that testimony that you was smoking, you smoked for 10 years, right? And God delivered you from that habit. If you're not strong enough and somebody come into your life and they're a smoker, you're liable to just go right back into it. If you was a drinker, if you was on drugs or anything like that, you're liable to go back in there, right? So you got to be careful on who you share your testimony with, because again, your testimony is not for everyone, right? Sometimes you could just write those things. If you like journaling, right? I have began to start like in journaling. And one thing about with journaling is that this is me, that when I started writing, and some of the things that just like that was a traumatic experience for me, right? And I started writing them, and then they just got me to the heart, and I would just start crying that I couldn't write no more. So I would put the journal down, and I wouldn't pick it back up. And then every now and then I would go back, and when I would go back, it would be like 6 months to a year that I would go back on it. But I wasn't strong enough. I guess that's what I want to say, to write those things out and experience that thing again. And I just couldn't get it off of me. But now, I'm able to write those things and get them off of me. And then, still be joyful, because I feel like the older that has been taken off of my back, that I need not to have been carrying it for so long. So a lot of times you can do that. You could journal and meditate. And I think meditating is awesome. I love meditation. As a matter of fact, I brought some meditation things in here, like pillows and things. And I just said, and sometimes I just sit on my bed and I just do it, right? And again, like I said earlier, the breathing exercise, just breathe in peace and breathe out peace. Breathe in joy and breathe out joy, and always extend it out, to somewhere else. Breathe in compassion for yourself and breathe out that compassion for yourself. And guys, You gotta love yourself. No, with this spirit, with this season and beyond, enjoying life to the brim, right? You can't truly enjoy life. You can't truly enjoy yourself. You can't truly enjoy others, right? Until you begin to love yourself, guys. You got to love yourself. You got to love yourself. You must love yourself. How do you begin to love yourself? Forgive yourself for all of the things. We blame ourselves, for so many things that we have done in our life. But a lot of times we do it because, again, we're trying to get rid of certain things in our life. And so what we do something crazy, to try to get rid of certain things in our life. But begin to forgive yourself. You did it. It's in the past. I did a sermon the other Sunday at one of my friends' church. This is the past. You did it, and there's nothing that you could do about it. You can't go back and you can't change it, right? The only thing that you could do is move forward. But you got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and just move forward and let God do something else for you in your life. In Isaiah 43, I think it's 7, 8, somewhere in there, where God talk about doing a new thing, in our life, right? And when He sent Jesus, right? Jesus thing, the new thing for Jesus to do was extend grace out to all people, right? And that's what God is designed for us to do, is extend some grace out to ourselves, right? Because we're not perfect people. We're not going to live a perfect life. Amen. So what we do is just forgive ourselves and move to the next level. I just came off of a Bible study class that I was invited to. And that's what the young lady was talking about. In this year 2022, let's begin to step out, make a step, right, into the purpose what God would desire for us to be in. How can we step into that purpose that God has designed us to be in? Is that we got to take care of ourselves. And some people say that when you talk about taking care of yourself, oh, you just selfish and all you do is think about yourself. No, because if I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of nobody else, because I am going to be totally no good to you if I'm falling all over the place. So I got to take care of myself, strengthen myself. Donna Lawrence said best, and encourage yourself. While you're encouraging somebody else, please turn that hand around and pat your own self on the back. Encourage yourself. Begin to let yourself know who you are and what you can do and what God has designed you to do. Encourage yourself. Begin to nourish yourself with affirmations. You always send out affirmations to others. Begin to send some affirmations to yourself that you are good enough and you can survive this situation. What is it, Donna Summers? It was Donna Summers that song, I Will Survive. I don't think that was Donna Summers. I can't remember who it was. But just let yourself know that you will survive these situations, these traumatic things that has happened in your life, that you are a survivor and you will make it through. And some people are not stronger than other people, and they need a little push, a little encouragement to let them know that you can make it through. You can do this. You are a child of God, and God says that you can and you will. But know that you can have that hope and that peace and that desire within yourself to move forward and begin to live your life to the brim. Live your life, okay? So some research show a connection between your beliefs and your sense of well-being. Positive beliefs, comfort, and strength gained from religion. Meditation and prayer can contribute to well-being. It may even promote healing. Improving your spiritual health may not cure an illness, but it may help you feel better. It also may prevent some health problems and help you cope better with illnesses, stress, and death, right? And I have learned that being a chaplain, that one of the main things that when I would go into a room that the patient would say is that, I have faith. I believe that God, is going to be in the middle of this situation that I am and begin to help me to recover. But I have to have a made up mind. I got to have that. I got to have that in my mind. And I got to really believe that, I got to really believe that. I got to really believe it. I got to have hope. I got to be positive about what I'm going through, right? And then I have to be the one to move forward. And, and sometimes they be like in bad situations too, right? And I'm thinking, you feeling this way and I'm walking around and I don't have not half of what's going on with you. Why come I can't do this, right? So we need to do this because there's someone else that's in a worse situation, that's worse off, than you. And they're continuously building themselves, sometimes knowing what the result is going to be, but they still building themselves. They still have hope and they believe that God, is going to have the last say so, which he is, but they continuously push their way, they press, their way in building their well-being through conditioning themselves with positive vibes within themselves and not negative vibes. And a lot of times, that's enough right there, to get a person, to push them on because it motivate them. They motivate themselves into healing. Right? So if you want to improve your spiritual health, you may want to try the following ideas. However, remember that everyone is not the same. Whatever works for others may not work for you. Do what is comfortable for you. Always do what's comfortable for you. Just because somebody got out and ran a marathon or swam across the canal or whatever, that may not be for you, right? And I know that's not for me, not swimming nowhere. Running, maybe yes, but not swimming somewhere. So things are different for individuals. Some people just can't sit and be silent and begin to sit themselves in a sea of forget, just a sea of nothing, right? I know I have this book, the unknowing, right? And in the unknowing, it's like, okay, you have taken everything, everything out, right? And you got a space of nothing, right? But then you begin to put stuff in there, but you don't let one word like peace. I would always take the word peace, right? And then take everything else, out of my mind and just think about peace because that's what I desire, to have peace, right? And then just take everything else out of your mind, everything. And I'm gonna tell you, I'll be honest with you guys, when I do that, a lot of times I just go to sleep. And I know that is horrible, but sometimes I just go to sleep. And then maybe that's the peace that I need, is just to go to sleep. But when I begin to take those things out, and if anything try to come in, I bring that word back in, peace. I always bring that word in to get all of the clutter, out of my mind and just keep that peace in there. Guys, I'm here to tell you, that is the best meditation. That is the best. And it just seemed like that my body just began to relax. And any and everything that I had on my mind before, anything that was just oppressing me, just bringing me down, is just forgotten. It's just all gone. And those are the things that you do to start healing your body and your mind and your spirit, your soul. When you begin to take those things out that's burdening you, that have you weighed down, right? So identify the things in your life that give you a sense of inner peace, comfort, strength, love, and connection. So when you begin to think about those things that just give you peace, and I'm telling you, this is going to help you if you use it. And again, I know that there's so much chaos around that your mind is probably so busy that you can't even concentrate on one word. But when you begin to just think about those things, that reminds me about when it says that when you think about the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for you, right? Your soul begins to cry out, hallelujah. You thank God for coming into your life and making you a brand new person, right? And that's what it feels like when you begin to meditate, when you begin to bring in all of that. You just think about the most peaceful thing, in your life, and then just begin to let your body flow, with it. Oh, what a great feeling. What a great feeling. So, and then set aside time Set aside that time to make sure that you do that. And I guess I have an up on this is because I'm always in a place of setting away time with me. So I have an up on that where I can always just get in a place and just meditate and just think about good things, something peace. Think about the things that are good. Think about things that are just. Think about the things that are pure. Think about the things that are of good report. And just begin to think. I know I missed some of those things. Just begin to think of the good things of God and just begin to meditate on those things, right? So, with all of those things, with the spirit, with the body, and with the soul, we got to have a balance with that. We got to begin to balance those things out because like I said earlier, you can take care of the body, but if you haven't taken care of the spirit, you haven't taken care of your mindset, right? That all of those things are going to start getting in this chaotic situation and something is going to go lacking, right? But you got to have a balance with all of them. Just begin to balance them out. And I'm not going to say that it's going to always be like that. And then when you do it, I'm telling you, some people consider you being selfish, but it's not being selfish. It's taking care of yourself. And nobody is going to take care of yourself the way you take care of yourself. And you take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay. So balance is important in wellness, right? Depending on you, the person, your circumstances, and your culture, right? Within that, the trauma webinar that I was listening to today, they really emphasize on the Black and the brown uh, and African American, the Hispanics, and the Indian race, right? And any other like immigrants, right? But mainly the African Americans, the Hispanics, and the Indians, about the traumatic, the trauma that each received, right? Like with the Indians, how people came over into on their land, which if you don't know, I'm just going to tell you that all of this United States of America that we own is native land. So when the people came over, the Europeans came over and began to take over their lands and killing off their people after they helped them to survive. And then they turned around and killed them. They experienced a traumatic situation, right? So that's why they say it's according to your culture, because some people don't know, like what you've been through, right? And it is a trickling, effect on what my ancestors went through, what your ancestors went through, that we still experience those things now. And then it's according to how you take it, your situation, and how you take these traumatic situations that we have, right? So when you begin to balance those things out, balance mean happiness, fulfillment, having fun, family and friends, relaxing, begin to take some of those things off of your mind. And I know when you click the television on, if you look at the news or some other things, you're always seeing those things. You're always seeing someone attacking, different races and stuff like that. But we got to find somewhere within our beings to begin to find something to heal us from those things, right? Because if we continue to let the enemy uh, chase us and come after us, then he's going to start riding us, right? And it's going to be hard for us to begin to find that happiness, to begin to find that fulfillment, begin to find that joy and that fun, in our lives, right? When we begin to let other people take control, you got to begin to take control of your well-being, right? And you can, if you just begin to think on those things. I'm gonna have to find that verse because I really like that verse. When God talk about when Paul talk about thinking about those things, that's Philippians, because I want to read the whole thing. to think about the things that are good, think about the things that are just. So finally, brethren, this is Philippians 4 and 8. I just want to say this because it's going to get me. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are honest, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things, right? And that's what we have to do when we begin to try to balance our heart, mind, body, and soul out. That we got to begin to think about those things that are good, things that are just, lovely, and begin to balance ourselves out and begin to wash those things out that weigh us down. Excuse me. So laughter is awesome. You know, BB Winans did a song about this laughter is good for your soul. It's just like a medicine. And Proverbs, that's Proverbs 17 and 22, it says a cheerful disposition is good for your health. Gloom and doom leave you bone dry, right? When we can't find any happiness in our life, can't have fun, um, have love and joy within ourselves, it begins to break us down, right? Just like the scripture says, it dooms the bones and tire us out within our body, meaning that it weigh our health down. It begins to diminish our health, right? So laugh. Humor is awesome, right? And that's one thing I think my mother is on it. That's one thing that I used when I was coming up, I used to laugh at everything, right? That's one thing that I am not lacking in is laughter. I love to laugh. I love to smile. I love that. It just seemed like it uplifts my spirit no matter what situation that I am in life, that when I'm smiling and when I'm laughing, it's a good place for me, right? And Proverbs tells us that laughter is good for the soul. It's like a medicine. Being doomed, being sad, negativity, always bringing yourself down and others is doom. It just dooms your body, your heart, mind, body, and your soul, right? So laughter is good. We all have individual wants and needs, right? Our balance will be different, right? And every now and then we must reevaluate what balance our life. What worked for us 10 years ago will not work for us now, right? We got to begin to reevaluate and find out exactly what balanced us, right? When I was coming up, what balanced me was, oh, it still do, is going to school. I love school, right? But laughter, and it still does that. So I'm not going to say that because laughter still do that. But some of the things that you may have done 10 years ago, you probably can't do it now, like running 1, 2, 3 miles. When I was doing that 10, 15 years ago, I can't do it now, right? So I had to do something else, right? What makes me happy now? Just getting out there walking is good enough for me now. Every now and then I jog, get a little trot in there, right? But running, I don't know about these knees. I want to keep them for a little while longer. So those things you reevaluate certain things in your life and you do something a little different maybe, right? So reevaluate what balance your life, right? My mission, this is Maya Angelou. I love Maya Angelou. Also, she said, my mission in life is not merely to survive, right? It's not just to survive, not that we don't want to survive. We do want to survive, right? But to thrive and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style, right? Humor. Gotta have humor, guys. And you gotta have some passion and you got to have some compassion for others, right? For yourself and for others, right? Humor, like we just said earlier, laughter, you got to have some laughter. Now, one thing with me now, when you tell me a joke, you may have to explain it to me, but when you explain it to me, I'm still going to laugh, right? Still gonna laugh. So have some humor and some style. I love to dress. See, guys, I have on my different color little throw on jacket, and I love dressing. I love style. And I do it. I got I don't even know how many pair of shoes I have back there. I love style, right? So do those things that just make you happy, right? Just make you happy. And that's Maya Angelou. My mission in life is not merely to survive, not that I don't want to survive, but to thrive okay? And to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Yes, Maya Angelou, you hit it on the nail. When we're going through things in our lives, we need to know how to get back to balance, right? Sometimes we'll go through something. Trauma can hit you at any time, right? Anything can happen. And guys, I'm telling you, I've learned that, working at the hospital. Not that I didn't know it, but some of the things, that just happens. You're not expecting it. They just happen, right? But then you still got to learn how to get back, to balance in yourself, right? You've gone through this, right? You've gone through this traumatic experience, right? You got to learn how to get back, to a good place, in your life. Some would say, again, that we're selfish in doing this, but no, it's this, but in situations like this, you must focus on self. You got to focus on yourself. When you've come through a traumatic situation, something just happened, boom. I know, like for an example, when my youngest brother died, that thing hit me so hard. I didn't think that I was going to be able to come back, right? I'm like, it just like bam, because every morning I would call him. We would always talk on the phone when I would go to work. I had to be at work at 7 o'clock. So that meant I called him and while I was at work, right? But for some reason that particular morning, I don't know what happened. I did not call. We just didn't call each other for some reason. I just don't know what happened. And then later on, I got a call that he had died, right? And that thing hit me like a bam, like a trailer truck, a head-on collision, right? And I didn't think that I would be able to come back from it, but I did, right? Because one thing with me, what I think about, what helps me to balance and what helps me to get my spirits up is memories, right? When I begin to sit back and I just think about a lot of things, about my brothers. I had 4 brothers, and all 4 of them are dead now. And when I began to think about them, and so it won't bring me down low, right? And take me into a place where I don't need to be, a state of depression, right? Is that I pick myself up and I start thinking about, get memories. Memories are awesome. I just bless God and I just thank God for leaving us memories, right? That we can always have good memories, and some negative memories are good too, about our loved ones, about certain things that have happened in our life, because sometimes even the negative things will help you to move forward, in your life, to get you off of that funk that you're in, right? Sometimes you be in this crazy fog, in your life, and sometimes you got to think about the negative things that happen, sort of move you up so you won't go back, to that situation, right? So you got to think about yourself. You got to learn how to bring yourself out of it. Sometimes other people can't come with you in bringing yourself out of a situation that you're in, a state of depression, trauma, whatever situation you're in. Sometimes you got to do that on your own, because sometimes people, they're not for your good, like I said earlier. So you got to make sure that you can take care of yourself, right? So try to find that place that will bring you back to balance, and you are the only one that can find that place. Can nobody find that place but you. You are the only one that can find that place. You are the only one that know what really makes you happy. One thing that and a lot of people say it, and then some people might know people like that. I don't know for sure, but a lot of times people say, I know you like a book, right? And I be thinking, do you really know me like a book, right? Do you really know, exactly, what makes me happy, right? I know what makes me happy, but do you really know? Have you really taken the time to find out what really makes, me happy? That's why I say that you got to find that place, something that's going to continue to build a health, your well-being and stuff within you. You know what makes you happy. You know what brings you down. You know those things about yourself. And if you don't know those things about yourself, you need to start finding out. those things about yourself, because can't nobody else go down within you and get it, nobody but God, but you. You're the only one that know that. And that's part of that balancing, in your life with your heart, mind, body, and soul. That's only you got to find those things and begin to balance your life out with that, so you can find that peace, that inner peace, that's within you. Begin to bring it out and make yourself sparkle. Don't let it just sit down in there. Begin to bring it out. Okay. All right. Life, your life, your relationships help you to find the help sometimes to get your purpose to balance back. Right now, a lot of times when we fall down into when we get out of balance, right? Sometimes our purpose get out of balance. Although some people can work in chaos, right? I can't work in chaos, but you begin to get unbalanced, right? So you got to make sure that you try to find yourself back up in there, so you won't get out of your purpose, what you should be doing. And Miles Monroe said it the best in there in his book, The Purpose, living your purpose, right? Is that if you can't do it, I'm just going to paraphrase how he said it, right? You can't do it, can't nobody else live your purpose but you. Nobody else can live your purpose but you. Nobody else. Nobody. So you got to begin to find that place, back in your life, right? Track back, maybe a little to gain that place. Sometimes you got to just track back. Sometimes you just got to go back and see what happened, what transpired in my life to get me into this situation that I am in now. What happened? What happened? What got me off the tracks? I want to get back on the track like the train. I want to get back on the tracks, right? So what happened back there to get me off, right? And just begin to, just think back. And that's where journaling come in. You go back and you start reading what you journal, right? To see what happened. Why am I in this state? Why am I here now, right? Engagement with family and people help you to balance also, because sometimes family can help you to find out. Sometimes family can help you to find out what happened, how did you get off of track, because sometimes family is the one that got you off track. Okay. So, maybe you need to go back and sit and just look at them and see, what happened? What did you do? What did you do to me that I'm off track? Family can be something now. So you just need to make sure, just go back and just see. And with some people stress you so, find something to do, like meditation. Sometimes, again, like I'm saying, people can stress you so bad, especially when you're already feeling something, you're already in a traumatic situation, right? You got to find that place, though, that peace, right? And weeping endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. But we got to know why we're weeping. We got to know what's going on with us. Why are we weeping? Why are we in this weeping situation? So then we can get that taken care of. So when the morning comes, we can have joy. I don't think I ever said it like that before. I guess I heard that said so many different ways and explained so many different ways. Weeping endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning, right? But if you don't know what you're weeping about, ain't no joy coming nowhere. So you need to know exactly what's going on in your life, okay? Relaxing, guys. And I'm here to tell you, I know about relaxing. Relaxing is a great way of balance, right? It causes you to think and work out some things that you were just too busy to take care of, loose ends that were not balanced in your life, right? Relax. Just relax. Just come home one day and just do nothing. Just do nothing. And I'm here to tell you, your mind will start wandering. It'll just start going in different places, right? And something in that wandering is going to click, and you're going to figure out how you got, out of balance. But you need to be in balance. You need to try your best. And I'm not saying you're going to always be like, balance, like that. It might be a little bit like that, just as close as possible, because we're not perfect people. Our life's just not going to be perfect. But we can be happy, guys. We can be happy. We can have joy in our life. So that's what we're looking for. Enjoying your life and take the time to take care of self. Regardless of what people say, you must work on yourself. You got to work out your own soul salvation. Y'all remember that? You got to work out your own salvation. Can't nobody do it but you. Nobody can make you happy. That's one thing that I always say to individuals. A lot of people say, if I had this person in my life, I'd be happy. No, can't nobody make you happy. You make you happy. You make yourself happy. And then if you can make yourself happy, then you can be happy with someone else, right? You can be happy with someone else, but they can't make you happy. You make yourself happy and be happy with someone else. Okay, guys? Health. Take care of yourself. You don't have to go to the extent that other people go in, like I just did the vegan thing. You don't have to go to that extent, but do something to begin to enjoy your life. Guys, you know, I was thinking the other day when I graduated from high school in 1980. Yes, I'm 59 years old. In 1980, I did not realize how quick the years were going to pass by, guys. 1980, now it's 2022, right? And now the years are going by so fast that it seems like we can't catch up, right? But what you can catch up with is being happy as the years go by. Life is just too short for us not to enjoy. I had this little saying about, picking daisies, right? You know, when you're coming along in your life, right? You're so busy. We're so busy doing sometimes nothing. Busy, you know that saying, busy doing nothing, right? That we can't even stop and enjoy our life and begin to pick the daisies, right? So we need to begin to stop and to enjoy our life and pick a little bit of daisies or daffodils or lilies or roses or something and truly enjoy yourself and smell them. Don't just pick them, smell them, enjoy the smell and begin to enjoy your life. Make yourself happy, love your life, right? Balance those things, your heart, mind, body, spirit, and soul, right? Balance those things out, love yourself, and enjoy your life to the brim, okay? Oh, I left out traveling and travel a little bit, right? Just enjoy yourself. I like that Michael Jackson song, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. Yeah, enjoy yourself. So, season and beyond, enjoying your life to the brim. Tonight, we talked about health, heart, mind, body, and soul, and balancing those things out in your life. And if you didn't get anything what I've said tonight, the most important thing that I've said tonight is loving yourself. Begin right there in balancing yourself. Begin to love yourself. And then those other things that begin to fall into place with you. Okay? So love yourself. Let me exit out. Somebody just came. It is accessible. Love yourself, okay? Love yourself and work on your health. You thrive, you want to survive, and you want to thrive, but you got to take care of your body and take care of your mind, take care of your soul, okay? All right, guys, I love you, and there's nothing you can do but love me back, okay? All righty. These things keep popping up. I'm sorry, but love me back. And guys, take care of yourself. I know that we having this big old thing about not wanting to wear your mask, but guys, I wear your mask. I'm telling you, I work in the hospital, and I see a lot of people that have come in that maybe didn't want to wear their mask or didn't take the vaccine or anything like that, and it's a horrible situation that some people are in, guys. So wear your mask, go get your shots, and take care of yourself out here so we can get back to some kind of normalcy in this world. Okay, love you guys, and thank you so very much for coming out. Share, and again, I pray that you got something out of this tonight about your health. Take care of yourself. Go get a checkup. Make sure you get a checkup. Read your lab work and see what's if some of your levels are off. If they are, begin to get them back to where they need to be. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Bye.